Hello, everyone. How's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some more Card Hunter, shall we? Well, man, I'm so glad to be playing this game. It just makes me smile. It's such a fantastic and fun experience, and I love this part too. I was talking to Onion about it. I'm going to get to a point in the game when I am beyond what I recall from the past. But for now, I have vague recollections of doing a lot of this stuff. But again, I mean, this game has been out since 2013, and I think I played it like right when it came out. So we're talking about 8 years, perhaps, since I've played it. So it's a fuzzy and hazy recollection, as I say. But I will get to a point when it's just totally new, like I haven't even done it. But I love this part because you have to start over. Like, the DM's older brother, I think Melvin, comes in, takes his characters and his module, and the DM himself has to earn his chops, by DMing you through lower stuff, and you have to, cut your teeth, as it were, by starting out with a terrible party. So now you're going to see what I recall a lot from the game, which is like you have bad equipment and you have a lot of bad opportunities in your hand. With that previous party, like all of your stuff was money. Like every card was like, oh, this is great. Not so much. Okay, so we're in Orc's Head Tavern.
Hark!
And an old man staggers through the door, blood streaming from his side. Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
Help! Monsters attacking the village. Who will save us? It's us. Click a tab to choose a dwarven, human, or elven warrior, then recruit one. All right, cool. So we basically get to look between these two, or these three options, and they tell you right here, it's free to recruit this character. Dwarven warriors are stout and fierce, capable of hanging in a fight for a long time. However, they move more slowly than any other race. At high levels, they get access to cards that improve their durability, so they're stout. Human warriors balance speed and toughness. They can get into a fight and sustain it. At higher levels, they get access to cards that let them plan ahead and strategize. And then elven warriors are mobile but not as tough. And then they can get around even better than before. Now, I'm going to tell you what. I've never played with an elven warrior before. I don't like mobility instead of toughness. Generally, I love stoutness. But I'm going to just try it because it's new. So it'll be like, I've never seen what these options are like. So that is the thought process there. But I think I might have even done human, but I know I've done dwarf because I love stoutness. But I'm going to try this. So I'm going to recruit this character here. And we're going to name this character, I guess I'm Dr. Incompetent. So, we can just name this character whatever we want, basically, given the situation that I'm the player and these are my player characters. So let's say, give me a good one. Magnor, no, that doesn't sound good. Torfin, Glorin, yeah, Glorin sounds sweet. All right, we're Glorin. Glorin hears the call to adventure, strides over from the bar and pledges to help the old man. I love this guy. Yay! It's time for your first adventure. Click exit to return to the map. With his last breath, the old man gasps and points toward the nearby village of Omelette. Ah, that's so funny. I mean, first of all, I love the writing. Like, it's super brief, but man, it packs a punch. Like the old bleeding man coming in talking about being raided, and then you get called into service, and you get to be the hero, and that's great. And the exposition is like kept to a minimum, but it still is interesting. And then it's also hilarious because it's a town called Omelette. All right, let's go for it.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, you don't have very many options, but you have like an overworld where you can do side quests and you can level up and you can do main modules and stuff. And it gets to be really fun. All right, these raiders should be pretty easy for someone who's already defeated Greenfang. I hope so. And now you'll see over here, it's just so great. Look at this classic first edition D&D artwork. Now D&D has all this money, and you know the artwork is really high caliber. But boy, I have some first edition D&D stuff, and it's like pencil and ink artwork like this that looks like it could have been torn from somebody's, you know, high school study hall notebook paper pages, you know. But at the same time, I mean, it's better than anything I could draw, of course, but it's great. So let's say it says kobolds are raiding the peaceful village of Omelette, slaughtering the villagers and plundering their meager possessions. Will a brave adventurer step up to send those vicious bandits packing? The peasants will surely reward anyone valiant enough to aid them stopping the raid on Omelette, and that's what we're going to do. It's a level 1, and it's an exciting battle for one character, because we only have one right now. We've got to build up the group. We got to get the band together. All right, we click Begin Adventure. I guess starting properly will at least give me a chance to explain a few more of the rules for you. Okay, thanks. And then it says over here, the streets of Omelette. The village of Omelette's peaceful existence is torn asunder by the din of battle. A kobold raiding party has descended from the hills and set about ruthlessly sacking the small community. Drawing your sword, you rush to repel the invaders. Indeed, battle. We're in. Hoo-wee, these kobold raiders are in a group that shares a single deck. Oh, okay, cool. So that means that all their cards are up here, and they share the same deck. So we can kind of get a sense for how many moves they have. Now, you'll see with our equipment and our character, we can do a simple strike for 3 damage, basically. And it's because we have like a blunt sword. It's a common attack. Our weapon stinks. And then we do have dash, though. Like, it's an elven ability to move 4. When you play with a dwarf, you're like sometimes moving 2, and it's really painful. Now, I want to see how far these guys can move. Because what you want to do is, in general, I want to move in a place... I'm going to pass. I don't want to move. When a group plays a move card, they can all move at once. Oh, okay. So they get to move. So... Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have passed. It doesn't matter, but I forgot, like, it's not a game where you move and attack. So, generally, there are cards that let you do that. But right now, it's just like you move and then they move. So I should have moved into range, and then I would have got a free attack this turn. So instead, I'm going to pass, but what that's going to do is probably allow them to both attack me. No, okay, good. So we're going to do a simple strike, and you go against, if there's, again, only one target, you hit the one that you can, and so we just click, and we're going to do it. Bam. Bashed him. Bing, weakly strikes Glorin, so he can only hit for 2, because he's got this, like, bad card. Monsters in a group turn gray after they have attacked, and can't act again until the next round. Oh, okay. Does that mean they only get 1 attack for the whole group? Wow, that would be wild. That would be so bad for them. Yeah, he has to pass. Okay, cool. All right, good to know. So even though it was 2 against 1, it's more fair because they're done. So now I can just, like, freely move up to here and then just give this guy... Okay, never mind. I was completely wrong. Now he turns gray. Okay, I misunderstood, so that's hilarious. So he's like... He passed because his only card was attack. But either way, I wanted to attack, so this is fine. That's funny. Alright, now, you learn the hard way in this game. Like, it'll sneak up on you. At the start of each round, you always draw 1 bonus move card. And that's helpful because it looks like they guarantee that you get some kind of movement. Because you chose an elf, you get a speedy dash card as your default move. Then you draw 2 more cards from your deck. So that's great. Yeah, because functionally, you don't want it to be a deck builder where it's like Magic the Gathering in a sense, and you have to worry about the proper ratio of like move and attack cards. And if you don't draw move cards, then you could just be dead. So they kind of get around that by automatically getting you a move card, but I bet it's a random move card from your deck. Now, it is really nice to have 4 move, I'll tell you that much. Oh, he got to go first, though, which isn't nice. But we win. Right here. Bam. Smack him. We did it. God, that unicorn looks so good. The music and the effects, and it's just such a beautifully made game. Bam. And so we finished, and now there's the aftermath. The village is saved, and the remaining kobold raiders scamper off into the fields. The grateful villagers reward you handsomely. The task now remains to track these miscreants back to their lair and put a stop to the attacks. So we get to collect the loot. All right. Glorin found some loot. Open the treasure chest to claim your prizes. Okay, great. Open the chest. And amber shards. They should be worth several gold pieces. Click take all and the finish button to move on. Okay. So we got some other stuff that I can't really see right now, but I'll take it. And head to the armory to exchange your loot for something useful. Okay. So there's a shop over here. Let's go in.
Yay!
Sell the amber shards you found by dragging them from your collection to the blue store sheet. Okay, great. So I got these, which are worth 40 gold, which is actually, yeah, it's a lot. It's great. The cards in your deck come from the items you have equipped. Because you don't have a weapon in this slot, your deck only has these weak cards in it. Oh, because I want to give myself 2 weapons. To fix this, buy a woodsman's axe by dragging it from the store onto that empty weapon slot. And you see I have a lot of bad weapons. And if you mouse over the weapon or whatever equipment you have, the cards that are being put into your deck from that emerge. And so, for example, like this blunt sword that I have, it's actually okay. It has 2 4s and 4 3. 4 3s, so that's pretty reasonable. And this would give us 2 5s and 4 2s. So it's, not necessarily better than this, but it will replace these, like, we already have these other bad attacks in the deck that are coming from nothing. Like, from having no weapon, we get 2 2s, 2 3s, and 2 4s, and this is actually, like, I mean, the 5s are good, but this is kind of like, it's the same value, right? It's 4 2s, which is 8, and 2 5s, which is 18. And then if we take 2 4s, 8, 2 3s, 6, 14, 2 2s, 18, like, it's the same. It's just a different distribution. So it's not that great, but whatever. They want us to do it, so here we go.
Yeah!
Wowzers, equipping the axe replaced those weak cards with these powerful new cards. But like I said, these aren't really that powerful. I mean, Chop is, but... Mouse over slots or items to see what cards they give you. And you can right-click or press spacebar to see the cards close up. Alright, great. Now, what is this? This is a pickled herring. And it's just some terrible treasure. So we'll take the gold. And he has nothing else to buy, so we'll exit the shop. Okay, it's time to get back on the trail of those kobolds, says...
What?
I think his name is Gary. Glorin searches the fields for tracks and finds a trail leading into the wilderness. Boom.
And now.
And now, let's get started on the next module, the kobold encampment. Okay, so let's go over here. And this says, following the trail of footsteps and dropped plunder, you find the kobold raiders camped in the woods a league from Omelette. Now is the time, while they are squabbling over their loot, to strike back, destroy the, all caps, kobold encampment, and safeguard the village. Now, this is for levels 1 or 2. An exciting introductory battle. All right, so we'll begin. And it says, you pursue the kobolds into the treacherous hills surrounding Omelette. Before long, a musty stench alerts you to the presence of the remaining kobolds. It seems they are gathering their ill-gotten possessions and are making preparations to flee. It is up to you to stop them from warning the main camp. Uh-oh. Don't warn the main camp. Look how small this little battlefield is. It's so good. Jeepers, this time you are outnumbered 3 to 1. Not to worry, I have a few hints that will help you out.
Huh.
Enemies have to halt when they move next to you. Oh, okay. So move to the yellow square to stop them surrounding you. Oh, I see, because this tile they can't move through. It's terrain. And then blocking terrain, I should say, I guess. They would have to stop here and here. Okay. Dash to here. And then now they have to run here and here at this choke point, and the other guy can't do anything. These shield-carrying kobolds have block cards. Use your weakest attacks first to draw them out. Oh, that's right. Because once they use the block, it's over. That's right. God, this is such a good strategy game. Okay. So we'll use this on this guy. Actually, let's kill this dude. The reason I want to kill this guy is because we can make it so we're only fighting one at a time more easily. Like, if I kill this dude, he will be replaced by this guy. But maybe we can slow that down. All right, so he blocks, and he used his card to block it, right? And we're getting hit. And now we can go bludgeon on this dude. And we got hit again, but now we can kill this guy. All right. So we have to end the round. We're going to draw a move and 2 cards. Oh, we got a chop. When you see new cards, remember to right-click them and see what special abilities they have. So this just has... Oh, that's right. Chop is good because you can hit 2. So I suppose if I had foreknowledge that I would draw chop, guaranteed, I would have perhaps killed this one so that I could hit 2 with chop, but then again, I'm still making myself vulnerable for 2 attacks. All right, let's use this first to see if they have a block. They don't. All right. Ooh, now I can chop, though. Heck yeah. Man, that was awesome. All right. So I forgot about the fact that, of course, he'll just move over there. I thought maybe, you know... And they didn't have any attacks, so... I could be saucy and move back to make him have to move. I'm going to see if that's the smart play or not. I'm going to move over here, and he passed. Oh, so never mind. So now it's my turn, and I get to go. I kind of thought because I was ending that, okay, yeah, he got to go first. See, so he had to waste his turn. So we'll just use this to see if he has a block, and he doesn't. And we win. Adventure complete. Having dispatched the raiding party, you overrun their camp and liberate what items they had. Searching the area reveals a cave, mouth, and a crude earthen tunnel leading into the darkness under the hills. Is this where the kobolds have come from? Only further adventures will tell. It's awesome. Collect the loot. What did we get? Ooh, we leveled up. I think when you level up, yeah, you get more slots. So it was hard to tell with the previous characters because their sheet was all filled up. But we got more health, right? And we unlocked a shield slot. Shields give you blocks and other defensive cards. Sweet. So let's open that chest, and what do we get? Ooh. Ooh, a rare item, the Kobold Killer. That should come in handy. Okay. Let's take everything. And what is this? It's an earring. It's just you sell it. Here's the Kobold Killer, which gives you a 10, 2 4s, and 2 3s, and a 2. So I feel like this is super consistent. But this has an AoE, so I should probably replace my blunt sword. So we will keep... It's basically we're trading 1 3 damage card for a 10 and 1 3 damage card for a 2. So that seems pretty decent, and we can sell this if we want. We don't have a shield, but we're done.
Huh.
You know, you really should head to the armory to get yourself a shield. Indeed. Speak of that, I hear there are new heroes waiting at the tavern too. Sweet! Alright, so the game's getting awesome. Now we can get a shield, and we can get more people in our party. How about that? Let's go check out the shield. Now what is this? This little hammer. Does that mean you can upgrade that? Oh, it's a crafting thing. I've never seen that before, so that must be a new. I don't know if it's a new interface. Uh, we'll just sell that for 10 gold, and we'll sell that, and then we can buy a terrible shield, but it's better than nothing. Now look at what we have. Right now we have 3 unreliable block cards, which means we only block on a 6. So this just gives us instead 3 block cards on a 3 or better. So that's just an unbelievable upgrade. Like, if we would have been adding block cards to the deck and then nothing, like, but we weren't taking anything out, it might have been a consideration. But since we're just replacing 3 worse cards, it's 100% awesome. Okay, so there's new heroes waiting at the tavern. Let's go.
Yay!
Yay, indeed. All right, so we can recruit one of these crafty wizards to join our party. All right, so human wizards manipulate damage from afar. They have a good balance of mobility and toughness, and they get the human tactical planning. Elven wizards have good mobility, and dwarven wizards, they have high health, but they have trouble staying out of melee range because they can't move very far. Right. So the dwarven caster, he's like, I can't run. I have some problems running. I'm going to go with just a human wizard because I want to try some of these human tactical planning skills. It seems fun. And we'll recruit this character. And this character can be named, let's find something good. Carbor. That's right. We got Carbor here. Carbor's in. Wizards are long-range attackers and can deploy powerful magic, but they are fragile fighters.
Adventurers!
Let's pursue the kobolds. Return to the map and follow the tunnels into darkness. If you dare. I dare. All right. So we're ready to go, and I'm daring, and I'm going to go here.
Yeah!
Melvin was right. It is cool building your own party this way, don't you think? You got that right. All right, this says, in a hillside, a crude tunnel leads into the darkness. From the ominous portal, the kobolds sallied forth to terrorize the farmers. Now you must turn the tables and bring fire and the sword to the raiders themselves as you venture down the tunnels into darkness. All right.
Ambush!
Uh-oh. It looks like the kobolds are ready for you. Ambush. You light your torch and head into the kobold's tunnel. The passageway leads down and then runs straight for many miles before reaching a 3-way intersection. Wow, miles? While you ponder which way to go, a crude horn sounds and a mighty kobold hero emerges to confront you. Uh-oh. Tunnel intersection.
Uh-oh.
Your wizard has long-range attacks but needs line of sight to the target. Don't worry, I'll explain. Line of sight means that you have an unblocked line from the center of your square to the targets.
Huh.
So they will automatically draw that line for us, which is merciful. I used to play this kind of grid-based game with minis like this called Hero Clicks. And we would be like getting out rulers and stuff to determine line of sight, and it was very contentious. This at least explains it for you. Your wizard has line of sight as it doesn't cross any blocking squares, but not from here to here, as one of the squares is crossed by the line. All right. So we are fighting the kobold hero. I think the first thing that we want to do is, I would love to kind of move my warrior in front of my wizard, but I don't seem to have that handy. So I'm just going to zap. Oh, I don't have a valid target? I thought they said that I had line of... Oh, it only reaches 2 squares. Right, okay. Hard to block. All right, so I could do little zap. No, that still requires him to be closer. Let's go spark. So we can spark and it does 2 damage. It says hard to block. So I think that, like, it makes you have to roll 2 higher. Oh, he came to engage my fighter. How fortunate. The kobold hero has a lot of blocks. It can't block if you attack from behind, though. These squares are in front of the kobold. These squares are behind it. Interesting.
Yeah.
If you get one hero on either side of the kobold, you can keep attacking from behind. Okay, then. I'm going to go ahead, then, and move, but I'm going to only move to here. And he hits me, but luckily we had this reliable hide armor that we drew, so we reduce 1, and it's no problem. Now, I can zap this guy like this, and he can't block it. Now he's turning around, and he's hitting me again, which is completely fine. And I'm going to little zap him. I'm just going to DPS this guy into oblivion. He passed. Now, he has turned around to face our wizard, which means we can bludgeon without a block. Now he's got a block, probably. We actually know he has 2 blocks in his hand because we can see them up here. So if we weak strike, I don't think we're going to be able to kill him because he'll block it. But at the same time, we get rid of a block and we're good to go. So I'm going to just pass. Save my move for later. Alright, so we're getting hit a bit more. And luckily, we can just go ahead and little zap this guy and it's over. That was very strong. Adventure complete. That was alright, I guess. I doubt you'll get much further, though. This game isn't dumbed down for the masses. Hilarious. Aftermath. The tunnel finally emerges high above the floor of the White Skull Canyon, so this is where the kobold lair is. You will return with allies to finally stamp out these monsters and liberate the treasure they've stolen from the surrounding villages. We got some treasure. We also got some experience. Much needed. Alright, let's open that chest. And we got... Ooh, sweet. We got this, which is a arcane item. We got a cleaver. And we got a arcane item. So, the thing is, like, this... let's see what this does. This gives you big zap and 2 penetrating zaps. But this would give you telekinesis, a big zap, and a little zap. Telekinesis... you can move somebody, and it flies, so you can move through with it. So that's pretty useful. But this one just gives you more, like, just straight up damage. I'm going to mess around with the telekinesis, see how I like that. And then let's go over to Glorin, and we could equip this Golem Cleaver. So this thing gives you penetrating cuts and reach attacks. And we could... I think it's probably better than this Woodsman axe. Even though the axe, like, you know, gives you the AoE. This is, like, incredible for, it, you know, avoiding armor and also for having, like, a little bit of reach if we want it. And then, I mean, there's that. So, it's pretty good. It's more consistent, I feel like. You don't get the weak strikes or the weak chops. You get all of these at least 3 damage attacks, so I like that. And I do like having the 10 damage hit instead of the 5 damage multi-hit. So we'll go ahead and finish. And there's the White Skull Canyon, but he's saying don't forget to check the armory for new stuff before we wrap up the module. So we can go back here and look around. If you're searching for a particular type of item, just click that slot on your character's sheet, okay? So like boots, what you got? So right now our boots are giving us walk, simple strike, and reliable hide. So these are terrible. But how much gold do I have? I have 44, so I could buy, for example, like these boots, which would give me better armor. This is better for moving. This gives you an attack, armor, and move. This is investigate. What's that? When an ally takes damage from an enemy card, you heal 2. Keep. Huh. Alright. This... Run, strike. Honestly, I think... I mean, these boots right here, they're rotting leather, which doesn't sound good, but my boots are just giving me move 2 and a simple strike, which is not that great. This would give me a bunch of armor, right? That like I could try to draw, and gives me armor 2. It's not great, but it's better than nothing. So I think it's worth purchasing that. Now this would give you armor 3 at 4+, but well, let's think about that. Why would I not want this one? Oh, because you don't keep it. So the rusty armor doesn't keep. Like, the weak armor, it's not as much mitigation, but you hold it in your hand. This gives you a clumsy chop. Some lunging hack. So these cards with the dual colors, they let you move and attack. That's pretty cool. And I'm going to buy these. Looks like you can craft those for reasons. And then you have this, which walk, simple strike, and hide. I don't know if I want that for you as much as some of these other abilities, perhaps. Like, I think I want more, like, just straight up movement with you. I don't think I want simple strike. Yeah, that looks actually pretty good. Yeah, I'll go for that. Sweet. And now we have 2 of these with 1 out of 3. And I'm not sure what this interface means, but hopefully they'll tell us about it later. We'll just click exit, and boom. And let's see, is there anybody in the tavern that we can get? Aside from the must and the dust, it's uninhabited. Okay, so we don't get any new people, but we're ready to go with new equipment for the White Skull Canyon. And everybody, you think this is a good place to stop? We've got a new party, we've got 2 people, and this game is just so much fun. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Take care.